Barron Trump. A name that's been in the background of the Trump family for years, but one that's starting to carve out its own unique path. Born into a world of unimaginable luxury, he's lived through a childhood many could only dream of. But the question is, how does Barron Trump spend his billions? What is life really like for someone born with that level of privilege? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the life of Barron Trump, his lifestyle, his passions, his possessions, and how his upbringing has shaped him into the young man he is today. Born into luxury. Barron William Trump was born on March 20, 2006 to Donald Trump and Melania Trump, making him the youngest of Donald's 5 children and the only child with Melania. From the moment he entered the world, Barron was different, not just because of his famous last name, but because of the environment in which he was raised. While most newborns get diapers and onesies as gifts, Barron's first taste of luxury came early. From a golden stroller gifted by Ellen DeGeneres to a $200 caviar-infused moisturizer from his mom's skincare line, it was clear that the Trump family's wealth would shape every aspect of his life. Growing up in Trump Tower, Barron had his own floor, complete with a kitchen, nursery, and living room. Imagine having a penthouse within a penthouse as your childhood play space. And if you think that's extravagant, wait until you hear about his education and hobbies. School's worth a fortune. Education for Barron has been nothing short of elite. He didn't attend your average public school. No, Barron's education has come with price tags that would make even the wealthiest families blink. His journey began at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School in New York City. This school, located on the Upper West Side, is one of the most prestigious in the city, with a yearly tuition cost of over $45,000. For Barron, this was just the beginning. As the family moved to the White House, Barron's schooling shifted as well. He attended St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland, where the tuition hovered around $40,000 per year. But schooling wasn't just about the academics. Imagine attending school with Secret Service agents following you around every corner. That's the kind of life Barron had to navigate, making his school experience a bit more unique than most. After the family relocated to Florida, Barron completed high school at Oxbridge Academy in West Palm Beach, a private institution where tuition runs about $38,000 a year. In May 2024, he graduated and began attending New York University in the fall. Barron was seen at the Manhattan campus in September 2024, accompanied by Secret Service agents, marking a new chapter in his life. Millionaire at 18. At just 18 years old, Barron Trump is worth an estimated $100 million. That's right. While most of us were busy trying to figure out minimum wage jobs at that age, Barron was managing investments and making decisions about real estate. Much of Barron's wealth is, of course, inherited from his father, Donald Trump, whose fortune is estimated to be around $2.5 to $3 billion. Thanks to Melania's renegotiation of her prenup, Barron is also set to inherit a larger chunk of that wealth than many might expect. But don't get the wrong idea. Barron's not just waiting for his inheritance. He's already made substantial investments in real estate and stocks. For example, Barron owns a $19 million estate in Palm Beach, complete with a golf course. And in case you're wondering, he's also got significant stakes in companies like Amazon and Alphabet. He's clearly learned from his father's business acumen, setting himself up for an incredibly successful future in his own right. Living the real estate dream. Speaking of real estate, Barron's portfolio might be small compared to his father's, but it's still impressive for someone his age. While most kids are happy with a game of Monopoly, Barron's dealing in real-life properties that are worth millions. Let's start with Mar-a-Lago, the Trump family's iconic estate in Palm Beach, Florida. Spread over 17 acres, this estate features 58 bedrooms, 33 bathrooms, and even 3 bomb shelters. Yes, you read that right, 3 bomb shelters. When Barron needs to get away from the hustle and bustle, this is where he can relax. If that wasn't enough, Barron spent much of his early life in the 33,000 square foot penthouse at Trump Tower in New York. It's actually more like 11,000 square feet, but hey, who's counting? Inside that penthouse, Barron had an entire floor to himself. And let's not forget the $9 million estate in New Jersey, where Barron can enjoy the 7,000 square foot home, a private golf course, and a swimming pool. While most teens might be satisfied with a backyard pool, Barron's version comes with all the luxury trappings of a multi-million-dollar estate, a teenage garage worth millions, It's not just properties where Barron's wealth shows. His car collection is the stuff of dreams, especially for an 18-year-old. First up, there's his Ferrari SF90 Stradale, which costs around $900,000. This isn't just any car. It's a hybrid supercar with nearly 1,000 horsepower. When you think of a hybrid, you might think of fuel efficiency. But Barron's Ferrari is more like a jet on wheels, capable of going from 0 to 60 mph in just 2.5 seconds. Then there's the Lamborghini Huracan, priced at a cool $350,000. This car isn't just about luxury, it's a statement. With over 600 horsepower and a design that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie, this car turns heads wherever it goes. It's also a reminder that subtlety isn't exactly a priority when you're part of the Trump family. Finally, Barron's Mercedes G-Wagon, a $200,000 luxury SUV that combines ruggedness with style. Originally designed as a military vehicle, the G-Wagon has since evolved into a status symbol for the ultra-wealthy. It's the perfect blend of off-road capability and high-end luxury, much like the life Barron leads. Timepieces worth more than cars. If you think Barron's car collection is impressive, wait until you hear about his watch collection. Barron doesn't just wear watches to tell time, he wears them to make a statement. One of his most prized possessions is the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, valued at $95,000. Designed by the legendary Gerald Genta, this timepiece is an octagonal work of art. It's the kind of watch that, when spotted on your wrist, lets everyone know you've arrived. But Barron doesn't stop there. He also owns a Patek Philippe Nautilus, which comes with a price tag of around $150,000. This watch is practically an investment in itself. Wearing one of these is like having a portable treasure chest on your wrist. And for Barron, it's just another day in the life. Style passed down from Melania. Barron's style has also evolved as he's grown, taking cues from his mother, Melania Trump, who is known for her impeccable fashion sense. While Barron's daily look might seem casual, think New Balance sneakers and bomber jackets, there's more to it than meets the eye. When it's time to dress up, Barron doesn't shy away from high fashion. His wardrobe includes brands like Dior and Michael Kors, with jackets that can cost upwards of $5,000. Though he's young, Barron has mastered the art of blending casual comfort with high-end luxury. It's a balance many try to achieve, but few do with the same effortless style that Barron seems to pull off regularly. Hobbies, soccer, golf, and skiing. Despite the luxury surrounding him, Barron has some surprisingly down-to-earth hobbies. One of his biggest passions is soccer. Unlike his father, who is an avid golfer, Barron is more at home on the soccer field. He's been spotted playing alongside legends like Wayne Rooney, and even though his father tried to get him into basketball, Barron made it clear, "I prefer soccer, Dad." But Barron doesn't just stick to soccer. He also enjoys golf, a pastime he likely picked up from Donald. While his father is out on the golf course closing deals, Barron's swings are all about perfecting his game. In true Trump fashion, his golf practice is done on courses that most of us can only dream of playing on. And when winter rolls around, Barron hits the slopes. His favorite destination? Aspen, Colorado, a place where the snow is as luxurious as the accommodations. Skiing in Aspen is less about the adrenaline rush and more about indulging in the ultimate winter getaway, and Barron does it in style. Barron's growing role in his father's campaigns. While Donald Trump has 5 children, Barron has traditionally been the most elusive of the bunch. In fact, for much of his father's first presidential campaign and presidency, Barron remained in the background, occasionally making appearances but never really engaging with the public. However, that began to change recently. In July 2024, Barron Trump made a striking appearance at one of his father's campaign rallies in Florida. The crowd went wild when Barron, usually reserved, stood up, shook his fist, and gave a thumbs up. Trump himself was quick to point it out. That's the first time he's done it. He might be more popular than Don and Eric. Barron's silent yet powerful presence was enough to ignite the crowd. But what was behind this change? According to Trump's former White House Chief of Staff, Mick Mulvaney, Barron is now being asked for advice on attracting Gen Z voters. This may explain Trump's recent appearance on social media platforms popular with younger audiences, such as his interview with controversial influencer Aiden Ross. Barron is said to have been involved in planning this outreach, aiming to connect his father with younger, more digitally native voters. A life like no other. At just 18 years old, Barron Trump has experienced more luxury than most people will in a lifetime. From multi-million-dollar estates and supercars to skiing in Aspen and playing soccer with legends, his life is a blend of extreme wealth, privilege, and a surprising amount of normalcy, at least by Trump family standards. As he moves into adulthood, it will be interesting to see how Barron carves out his own identity. Will he follow in his father's footsteps in business and politics? Or will he take a completely different path? One thing's for sure, whatever he chooses, Barron Trump is already living a life that's anything but ordinary. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Barron Trump's life, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Let us know what surprised you the most.